Hi. In this one, we're going to be going over another equation, this time with fractions only. Okay. And this one is a little bit more involved, but once again, all you have to do is know how to find the LCD. Once you know your LCD, you can clear your fractions and solve your equation the usual way. We're going to find the LCD of 18, 3, 14, and 9. And the easiest way to do this is actually not to list out your multiples of 18, 3, 14, and 9. It's actually to use something called prime factorization. Okay. You're going to prime factorize each number in the following manner. So 18 is 2 times 9, 9 is 3 times 3. 3 is already a prime number, so you can just leave it alone. 14 is 2 and 7, and 9 is 3 and 3. So to find the LCD, what you're going to do is combine all the factors, in other words, all the leaves that you found in your factor trees, except in cases where you have a common factor between all the numbers, you're going to choose the factor with the highest exponent. Okay. So here we have 2 times 3 squared. We have 3, 2 times 7, and then 3 squared. Okay. So 2. 2 is actually the highest exponent. 2 to the first power is the highest exponent, so you can just take out a 2. Next, we're going to take out a 3, except see how we have 3 squared, 3, and 3 squared? Well, you're going to choose the one with the highest exponent, which is 3 squared. Okay, and that gets rid of our 3's. And then we're just left with a 7. And then we just combine and multiply all the all these factors. So 2 times 3 squared times 7. What is that? 2 times 9. Sorry, 2 times 9 times 7. That's 126. Okay, so your LCD is actually going to be 126. Okay, and now all you have to do is multiply both sides by 126. Okay, we're going to multiply 126 by each term. So with the first term, we have 126 over 1 times negative 13 over 18. We can make this a little easier by remembering that our LCD, if we break it down into its factors, was 2 times 3 squared times 7. Okay. Realize that 2 times 3 squared is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 7 gives us 126. So we can cross simplify, okay, because 126 divided by 18 is 7, right? So this is 18. 18 times 7 gives us 126. Therefore, 126 divided by 18 is 7. Okay, that's what's happening here. And now we just multiply across. So 7 times negative 13 is going to be negative 91. Okay, and then x minus, for the second term, we have 126. Move down a bit. We have 126 over 1 times negative 5 over 3. Okay. Once again, our factorization was what? It was 2 times 3 squared times 7. So 126 divided by 3 is going to be 2 times 3 times 7. Okay. 2 times 3 times 7. What is that? 42. Okay. So it's going to be, we can cross simplify that into 42 over 1 times negative 5 over 1. So 42 times negative 5, 210. So we have negative 210, okay? So in this case, we have negative 210 equals 126 times negative 9 over 14, okay? Once again, our factorization was 2 times 3 squared times 7. So 14, so 2 times 7. So 3 squared times 14 equals 126. So 126 divided by 14 would be 3 squared. In other words, 9. Okay. And then we'd have to multiply with this negative 9, giving us a negative 81x. Right? Now, for the second term, 126 times negative 11 over 9. So here we have 3 squared. So 126 divided by 9 is 14. So we would multiply 14 by 11. Okay. 14 times 11 gives us 154. Okay. So it gives us 154. Let me clean this up a bit. So what we have so far is negative 91x minus 210 equals negative 81x minus 154. And notice how at this point, all the fractions are gone. And at this point, we can just solve this equation like how we're used to solving it. So we would isolate x by adding 81 to both sides and adding 210 to both sides. 81's cancel, 210's cancel. On the left side, we have negative 10x. And on the right side, we have what? 46, 56. Okay, negative 10x equals 56. And to isolate x, we're going to divide both sides by negative 10. Negative 10's cancel, and we're going to be left with negative 56 over 10, which can be reduced by dividing both sides by 2. And when we do that, we get 28 over 5. That should be the answer. And if you're unsure, you can always plug your answer, which is negative 28 over 5, back into this original equation and see if you get a true statement. Okay? Thank you.